Hi, this is Marvelyn Brown with Inner Word Business Services, and today we're back on our Marvelous Fit and Well website. This is a test website that I set up so that I can show you how to set up your WordPress site. So if you watched the previous videos, you know that we have set up our theme, and we kind of did several videos on themes because themes are so important to the look, feel, and functionality of your website. So we kind of covered, that whole territory and went over all the different options you have when it comes to selecting a theme for your site. The next thing we did was we set up the pages for our test site. Now we're going to focus on setting up our first blog post. So it's a very simple process, and we're just going to go through this pretty quickly to get your post set up. We're going to set up 4 blog posts really quickly. Now, to facilitate that process, we have used a tool called the Dummy Text Generator. And this dummy text generator, we've already populated it with some bogus dummy text that we can use on our site. So this is basically to help you quickly set up your site so that you don't have to sit down and think about, how am I going to write out all these articles and all the, set up all the pages for my site quickly. This enables you to set up your basic framework, and then you can go back, take your time, set up your blog posts, and really publish them, in a cyclical way. So let's go ahead and go back to our site and get started setting up our posts. So there again, we're going to focus on the left side of your page, and we're going to go to Posts and Add New. Okay, so then you're going to get the same basic editor that you got for setting up pages. It enables you to enter your title, to enter the body of your post. You have a text editor and you have a visual editor. And you also have a publishing tab that enables you to save your documents as a draft. You can preview them and you can publish them all using this particular publish section. You can also take, if you've already published something and you want to take it back to draft to kind of do some tweaking and additional work on it, you can use that functionality right here to change the status of your post. You can also use a preview. You can use a pending post status, so you can do various things to your posts. You can change the visibility of your posts, and you can also schedule your posts by using this area right here. So if you have a post that you don't want to post until or publish until a specific day, maybe you're rolling out a new campaign on a specific day and you want your post to publish to coincide with that particular campaign or topic or whatever, you can schedule your posts here. So that's pretty much it. We're going to go over and get some of our dummy text. We're just going to, because it's already selected, we're going to hit Control C to copy it, and then we're going to go back to our page and we're going to click on our text editor and we're going to paste it right there. And then we're going to go to our visual editor to take a look at it and make sure that everything is formatted. Now we're going to name our post Blog Post 1. And we're going to add a picture using the same tab that we used when we were working with our pages. We're going to insert the picture into our post, and we're going to edit the post as far as the alignment the same way we did when we were working with our pages. Now, the one thing that differentiates your post from a page is that a post is dynamic. So in other words, this part of your site is really going to be your blog. And your blog is going to be the way that you keep your customers and your readers updated on the most recent information. So this is where you're going to put, things like news, your most recent and up-to-date content that has to do with your topic. This is where you're going to update everything. You're going to have the area where your customers and your readers can come back to for the most up-to-date information. All of your announcements, everything will go here in this area because that's information that might change. So today you might post an article about the latest technology. Well, we all know that technology changes on a regular basis. So if you write an article about technology today, you may have to write another article later on that kind of updates this information. Or you might want to go back to your original blog post and kind of add an update to that original post. So the thing that you want to make sure that you know is that posts are dynamic, they're changing, and they're a part of your blog. And then your pages are your cornerstone content, your foundational content that doesn't change. Your pages tell your readers who you are, what you do, how to contact you, and your posts give people all the skinny on all the updated juicy gossip or juicy news or juicy information that you want them to have. So one of the other things that you will need to do with your posts is you're going to need to set up categories. And we're going to do that in another video. But just keep in mind that posts have categories, they have tags, and all of those things are ways to organize your most recent and dynamic content. So we're going to save this and we're going to go ahead and move on to our next blog post. So as with the pages, once you save your document, you're going to have the ability to add a new post. You can add a new post here, or you can go over here and add a new post. So I'm going to add a new post by clicking on this information. So now this post is going to be called Blog Post 2. We're going to use that same dummy content and we're going to go to our text editor and we're going to paste that into the text editor, and then we're going to look at it in our visual editor. It looks great. We're going to add a picture, and at this point we're just going to kind of move pretty quickly, add pictures, format the picture to right format this, and then we're going to click on save, and we're going to go to our next post. Okay, so the next post, we're going to call it Blog Post 3, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add our dummy text. Now, if you ever need to, maybe you do something and you lose track of your dummy text, you can always go back to your dummy text editor and copy your text. So you always want to, while you're working on the basic framework for your site, you want to keep that dummy text open. Okay, so we've got blog post 3. Now we're going to add one more blog post. So this is going to be blog post 4. And we're going to go to our text editor. We're going to put in our dummy text, look at our visual editor, and we're going to add a picture, another picture, and we'll use this picture. And because our site is about, being fit and healthy and all that wonderful stuff, I tried to pick pictures that were, kind of showing the tranquil, fit, healthy lifestyle. So now we've got all of our posts. Now what we want to do is look at all of our posts. So we're going to go to the All Posts tab, and as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So everything is in draft status, as with our pages. So to bulk edit our posts and change the status, we're going to click on select all. You're going to see that all of these are checked off. And our bulk actions tab, we're going to click on the drop down menu and select edit. And then we're going to click apply. Now all of our posts are showing up in the bulk edit window. We're going to add them to the uncategorized status right now. And we're also going to change the status from draft to published. And we're going to click on update. So now while these are updating, it should just take a couple of minutes. Now, as you can see, our posts have been published. All of them have been published. So now what we're going to do the same thing we did in our last video, and that is we're going to take a look by going to the top menu and clicking on Visit Site. So now we have got our blog posts. Now, do you see something that might be missing in our blog post? It kind of looks a little dull and dreary. So what we're going to do is go back to our dashboard, and to get back to the dashboard, we just go to this top menu and we click on Dashboard. So we're going to go to our posts and we're going to click on All Posts. And we're going to go back in and we're going to click on Edit. Now, it's the same way with the posts as it is with our pages, where you just hover over the post that you want to work with, and this little menu pops up that allows you to edit your pages. So we added our picture, but we didn't add a featured image. So let's go ahead and add a featured image. That doesn't necessarily have to be the same picture that you added for your actual post, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to add the same picture. Now we've updated. Now we're going to go back and we're going to look at our next post. That's post number 2. We're going to edit that, and we're going to add our featured image. And I don't remember what image I used, so guess what? We're going to just select one and go for it. So we always want to click on update so that we can, oh, I think I selected the same one, but I didn't really know which one I was selecting. So anyway, we're going to go back to all posts and we're going to select blog post number 3, and we're going to enter our featured image. And we're going to hit update. Okay, and then we're going to go back to all posts to get to our last blog post. That's blog post 4. We're going to click on edit, and we're going to go and add our featured image. And I believe it was this one. Okay, so now we're going to update this, and we're going to go back and take a look at our site again once this finishes. Okay, so now we're done. We're going to go back and take a look at our site and see what it looks like now. So now we've got our featured images, and as you can see, it adds a lot more pizzazz to our site. The big thing that we probably want to do with these images is make sure that our featured images are optimized so that they're all the same size. And we can do that at a later date. But now what I want to show you is we've got our pages set up. We've got our menu across the top that shows our pages, and we've got our blog posts. So if we click on our blog posts, we're going to actually be taken to those blog post pages. And it looks like the featured image is shown above the regular image on our blog post. So we're going to fix that at a later date. But right now, this is our site, and it's moving right along. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop this video, and we're going to move on to the next video that kind of helps us get things into perspective. So on the next video, we will work on making sure that our featured image does not show up on our single blog post. And we're going to do that. We'll show you how to do that in the customization part of the dashboard. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.